Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. So last episode, I redeemed myself from the bad Nursilla Huntathon, and had a pretty good Catchawacha Huntathon. This episode is just going to be a subspecies hunt of Blue Yian Kut-ku, and that'll clear out the poll that I kinda had put out. I guess it's been a little while now since I kind of did put that out, huh? But that'll clear out the poll and the picks that were on that for what I should hunt. And then there'll be... I'm still going to wait the results of the other poll because this is, again, recorded right after the previous episode went out. Or not even went out. This is literally the recording right after that one. So I'll see what the votes in that are for next week and go from that. But yeah, I'll see how quickly this goes, because one of the things is, this is just going to be a hunt for, like, a Blue Yian Kut-ku, and... Kut-ku's not really very difficult in much regard. Like, as long as I also stick to the same strategy I was using for, like, the crouching fire for the Peerless here, although, truthfully... Honestly, I'd probably even be faster hunting if I did switch this Bowgun out for another one. You know what, I'll keep using it for one more hunt because I really do like the look of the heavy barrel on there. It just fits that it looks like some kind of artillery piece that you're walking around with. Perfect after hunting Duran Moran. Yeah, so we're going to go after Singin' the Blues. Deal with a Yian Kut-ku, and then... or a Blue Yian Kut-ku, and then we're all set, really. Yes, we'll just load in, get to this hunt. Oh, dropped us in front of a Jaggy. And I'm not sure... No, I don't think Blue Yian Kut-ku will have an intro. I think because it is a subspecies of just regular Yian Kut-ku, it'll probably just be a basic walk up and he's in an area. I don't think we'll get anything special to him. Yeah, literally not. There he is. Kinda looks a bit different from behind, like... Once he actually turns around, then there's kind of the... There's the chicken face. Well, shouldn't even really call it a chicken face, but kind of the silly face of him. Oh, careful. Nope. Yeah, he's really not going to be any problem for us. Another thing, too, is... aside from my voice, like, going all over the place and just then... I do have the, like, peak performance up, so as long as I stay full health, I'll even be doing extra damage. That said, though, it might not be the easiest thing to keep, too, as he's enraged. Oh, there's the head broken already. Yeah, so for Kut-ku, he's pretty simple to gun. Weakest spot is always the head. No matter the species, usually the head's the weak spot for him. Did manage to guess with the tail swipe there. Be kind of nice if he would go after... There we go, get a little bit of a distraction in from those guys. Actually, I don't know how I missed the... getting hit by his tail attack there. Oh, but we got a mount off. Oh, that's right. For the flying wyverns, like a Yian Kut-ku, Rathian, Rathalos, sometimes they have like a shake-up before they actually get to their proper, like, trying to throw you off animation and that, so you can actually squeeze in a few hits pretty early. And just get these nice easy pierces into them. Oh, and he's on his way out. So yeah, very good start off of him. Oh, I thought there was actually like a... like a green shiny, I think from Calico, that gets dropped, but no matter. We'll just keep going after him. Again, it's basically, Kut-ku is your... I don't want to say he is your very first, like, large monster, because that all depends on the generation you're started with. But it's definitely, like, your first flying wyvern you might generally encounter. I'm actually trying to think of... Like, for 4th gen, he's your first flying wyvern. But I'm trying to think of, like, 3rd gen. What would be the first flying wyvern you encounter? I think it might actually be Rathalos or Rathian. Because, like, Kurupeko is a bird wyvern. Yeah, I think, actually, of the 3rd generation, your first flying wyvern you actually would have hunted would have been Rathian. There wasn't actually, like, a little beginner flying wyvern to get you clued into how they operate. Okay, so still not quite limping yet. I thought he might be close to it, but that is also something that, like, double monster hunts can skew your perception of, is when they're lone monster hunts like this, they have a lot more health than, like, say if it was combined with another monster in a hunt, or, like, with hunt objectives. Oh, wow, that was actually a little too close for comfort. So I think the breakdown for, like, ratios... I think if it's, like, a multiple monster hunt, whereas you can have 2 monsters you're going after, or it's a hunt-a-thon of more than one of the same monster, they have about 2/3 the health of just, like, the lone monster hunt does. So that's why, like, this Yian Kut-ku is taking much more shots than a single Quechua did of the previous episode. Because I do kind of scale the health a little bit depending on how much there is to go after and hunt. So you're going... I don't know if he's going up to the rocks or if he's actually going to go up to his nest. This is kind of flying at this direction. So it might be that he's going to the... everybody's favorite jungle gym zone. Area 7. Yeah, anything you have to hunt on here, it's so much up and down all the time, trying to stay on the same level as the monsters. Speaking of, is he coming down, or do we gotta go up? No, he's coming down. Yeah, this is actually... I was going to say that he actually might have given me a better angle to use the pure shots than if I was heading dead on, or like straight down. Yeah, so that'll send him off to his nest now. Which, I'll probably just stick to normal 2s for it. It really is at a point where, like, normal 2 is just the best shot I've found to consistently keep damage out. Once I can get a bowgun that has some better pierce capability, it'll probably show its, like, true power then. But until that point, just stick with normal 2. It is easily your best friend for, like, starting out and, like, getting yourself situated more with them. I meant to smack your face there. Also meant to shoot your face a few times. Ooh! Actually, that's another mount. I didn't think it would have been. Yeah, so there's, like, the wind-up, and then he starts. So you could get a stab or 2 in. Just, again, be very careful about how you're timing stuff out. And there we go. Yeah, so only 10 minutes. I don't know if I should go for another monster or not. You know what? because of the little intro I had, I think I might actually take down another monster. Maybe I'll do purple Gypceros, so that way it's like the subspecies taken care of. Yeah, not too bad at all taking care of that. And you know what, we'll even get ourselves into a little pose for like a trophy show. Like, that's one thing I really do like about World Iceborne Rise, is that they decided to include a photo mode so you could like do almost like a successful hunt picture. But I think I will switch out, though, this heavy bowgun for a different one. All I basically want is a heavy bowgun that has good normal 2 capacity and has a high raw damage value to it. Well, actually, bowguns only have raw damage values to them, so anything that has a high damage value on it. That is kind of one thing I like to see the gunner weapons almost like specialize in a way. So yeah, just a few things like that. And nothing special there. Like, the way it basically works now is the light bowgun and heavy bowgun basically have the same carryover of use pierce shots to them and just get everything down. I kind of prefer it to go like this, where you have light bowgun is for your elemental shots because they have the rapid fire to support that. Heavy bowgun are your raw shots, are your normals, your pierces, your spreads, etc. They're your raw, heavy cannon dealers. And bows actually go into the statuses more, such as like you have poison bow, paralysis bow, with the statuses ingrained to the weapon, not something you actually have to go into something else or just like stick to coatings for. That's one thing I kind of like to see in the future, just to give the weapons a little bit more speciality. It's not to say like make them exclusive, so that way they can't do anything else, but just make them stand out a little bit more from each other. In that, okay, if I want to be more elemental focused set, then I'll just take the light bowgun that does have, like, maybe a little boost to its element, stuff like that, in a way. And it's not just like how Rise sort of is, where you just go for Pierce and light bowgun, and that's just like your endgame, in a way. Okay, so the Peerless is 280. The Tigrex Howl is 297, but it does have a high recoil. The Pressurized Placer Plus is actually 297, so I might go for... Ooh, or the Rat-a-tat. You know what? I think the Rat-a-tat is going to... Oh, see, but the 15% affinity on there is nice, too. You know what? I think I might actually split the difference and go for the Pressurized Placer, because how is this for normal capacity? Okay, it does have a normal 3, but... Like, I don't really have a need for normal 3. And I admit, I do really like this heavy bowgun look, because... It is almost like the mix of traditional rifle where you see like the stock and that, but then it has the heavy bowgun and monster elements for the upper half, and I mean the Plesioth head power barrel is adorable in my opinion. So we'll take this one out for a hunt. And let's stock us up on the ammo again. And something surprising about this bowgun is that it actually does have crouching fire for or it does have crouching fire support for water shot and pierce 2. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay, so we'll quickly eat and then go out on another hunt. I figure I'll spoil you guys. Let's get some of this in so that way I am making consistent progress through. Actually, you know what? Let me go for just Sharpshooter. Because I think the Sharpshooter boost to your normal is a little bit stronger than the general ammo boost that comes with the Temper if you get it. Of course, you have to actually get the skill for it to activate, but what have you. Yeah, so... Again, I'll see what you guys want in the poll. I do think I'd like to try to get all the other, like, large monsters done before going after Monoblos, or Monoblos. But, oh yeah, we only actually have, what, 2 more quests to do? So, I'll leave in a poll, see what you guys want to do. The final low-rank quests offline, or keep with the high-rank stuff. Yeah, so Purple Gypceros. I don't think there's anything really too different from, like, the previous one. It might just be that's a little bit more like a flash and poison happy. We'll just get on our way. So I think he's probably just up, like, the slope there, or up that climb. But we'll get up there, try to deal with him, and back onto the topic I had for, like, the weapon specializations. Like, in some regard, they do have a little bit of that speciality, but I think because of just, like, the value and the amount of damage you can get out with, like, the pure shots in the light bowgun, and that, it just... I don't know, I kind of like to see each weapon get a little bit more of, like, a speciality to it. Maybe it's just me, and I just want to try to spice up the light bowgun so it has a little bit more variety I can do with it, but I think it'd just be better than just saying, oh, okay, just always only go for pierce shots, or always only go for this one because it has this style of, like, damage type to it or that. Just something so that way it feels like you have more variety to builds than just always try and go for that apex. Monster Hunter, if you're playing solo, I've found you probably don't really go towards a meta or something. But when you're trying to hunt with other people, you don't want to feel like you're sort of like a slack to the team or that, so you stick more to trying to find or even look up the meta builds. My advice would be to just have fun. Honestly, just as long as you're having fun, it doesn't matter how long a hunt takes, in my opinion. It's meant to be an experience you enjoy, you have fun with, and you do not miss all your shots with either. Yeah, so I do gotta be careful of that, because that is the noxious poison, I believe. Oh, shoot, I gotta... Actually, kind of a good thing that I stayed down for so long, since he ran us over again. That's what purple does, that's right. He's able to make use of the flashes much more often. So I'm hopefully going to be able to get a mount off on him relatively soon. Because I got to try breaking that noggin of his. That crystal is just going to cause so many problems if it stays up too long. You know, I gotta admit, actually, I kind of like the purple color scheme a lot more than just the general Gypceros. The mix of, like, the green to it just seems to stand out so much more. Not to say I overly like Gypceros as a monster, because he's still one of my... He's not really an enjoyed monster design to me. He's a little bit goofy, out there, and he doesn't have, like, the same charm for, like, his wild charges like Yongaruga can have. He's also kind of annoying that he won't stay still. Okay, there we go. So, no more flashes for you. I had tried dodging off that. Yeah, sometimes... I mean, it's probably a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I still feel like Monster Hunter might be better without trying to include, like, the mounting, wirebug riding, etc. Just because, I don't know, I like the feel more of 3 Ultimate, where it's much more of an engaged hunt without you having, like, this super unfair thing you can get off at times. Oh, really? Ah. Yeah, I really want to get the evade distance on a set. Heavy Bowgun is just so slow at times, it really helps to have something just to cover more ground and get you out of trouble. But unfortunately, and I still feel like it has to be an oversight for, like, the development to the game, I don't see why you made a low-rank set need stuff like high-rank Kezu material and the Wyvern Stone to it. If I had the Narga set, I probably would use it. Well, actually, I'd certainly use it, because I know how powerful and how helpful it is. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate showed that off pretty well as we had used it. I'm trying to remember, actually. We'd used it for quite a while, but then I think towards the end where I had Gen Moran, like, stuff opened up and unlocked, I was using that. Yeah, evade distance is just such a helpful skill to have for such a slow, kinda clunky weapon. Not that I want Heavy Bowgun to feel like it isn't like that, because part of the thing about the weapon is its weight. It's meant to feel heavy. It's a cannon you're carrying around. So I'd like it to keep that sort of feel to it. It's just that it could maybe use like how World decided to give it a little bit of an extra dodge distance to itself. The, like, Ryza's take on the Heavy Bowgun, I just don't know what to make of it. It's such a weird feel for what a weapon is. Like, it has the bow charge mechanic to it. It's... Wait, does it have a crouching? I'm trying to think. I don't think it actually has crouching fire, does it? No, I don't think it does. It does have, like, the wire bug counter, so it's like a weird... I mean, I think the wire bug counter can kind of work for it, but the almost, like, charge speed up that you get from one of the wire bug skills, or the switch skills, or whatever they're called, isn't really worth it. Haha, you can't flash us. Although I do admit this is kind of tight quarters. Yeah, do more of that for me, because that's just completely dead move that you actually can't do anything with. Oh, he's already going off again somewhere. Okay, so... Okay, going there... And then it's going to take off somewhere else. Unfortunately, I didn't remember to, like, paint him with one of the paint shots, so... This might be a little bit of a guessing game to figure out where he's gone off to. I don't know if he'd be going for stamina, or where... Does Gypceros hunt, or does he actually, like, go for insects or stuff? I don't actually recall now. Like, well, he's not here. And I don't... Oh. Are you guys acting up a bit? No, you're pretty calm, so he's not in an adjacent area. At least I don't think it is. Yeah, so if it's not adjacent to here, that means it's maybe more of an outlier. Potentially Narcilla's area, or like the webbing. Maybe even back to like the zone he was just in. I gotta remember, like, for some of these monsters to really put a paintball or paint shot to them, so that way it's easier to track them down. Oh, there he is. Ah, shoot. Oh, it'd be nice if you guys actually had, like, some awareness of... like, the monsters nearby. I'm going to do this, help horn, not when it's, like, coming right at us. And yeah, this is, like, the toxic poison, or the virulent poison, so it does drain your health. Ah, very quickly. Okay, stay distracted on them. Thank you. Oh, actually, that's another mount off. Or is that the first one? That might be the first one, because I don't think I've actually gotten the mount off yet. I wanted to get one off to try to break the crest, or the, like, light crystal on them. Yeah, so you know what? I think it's just going to be better to shoot that tail full of normal, too, than try for, like, the crouching fire. Okay, here's where I can make use of the crouching fire. Let's just get ourselves... Calico, stop freaking out. Oh my god, this has such a better, like, a rapid... This is what crouching fire is supposed to be. And he's actually going to do, 2 feints, like, fake his death. Although it's probably just going to be his death here. Like, this is what crouching fire of a heavy bowgun should be, is you just let loose so much, so quickly. The Peerless, because of how bad the recoil is on it, doesn't match up, but the pressurized placer, holy crap! Yeah, I'm going to go for the shinies, and then we'll carve him. But I think it was a bit of a productive episode for 4 Ultimate. I did decide to extend it a little bit from our usual for, like, length-wise or time-wise. But I think for a good cause, since, like, Blue Yian Kut-ku went down so easy, and even Purple wasn't too bad once I actually, like, got him to a state where I could use the crouching fire. I think I'm going to be taking this bowgun with me for a little while until I unlock a better option, but even then... It's hard to say how long it might take before I do get that. Even got to give, again, pretty good schmack in there with the bowgun. I can give another one. Aw, wouldn't let me get the 3rd smack in. But yeah, a couple subspecies cleared out. I think that just leaves us with maybe 2 quests to go. They are double monster hunts, but then once those are out, that'd be us good to do monoblos. But I'll see what the poll tells me once I put it out, or have put it out. Not really a lot of rewards, though. Oh well. It was still a nice, easy clear, and I don't really... Oh, a guild card upgrade. I'm not actually sure what I got the upgrade for. Maybe just the amount of monsters I hunted or something? Well, either way, I'll just take a quick little peek at the smithy here. I don't think there's anything I would have been able to, like, unlock. Yeah, it doesn't really look like anything I could have unlocked. I would like to get the Tropeco gun, because, I mean, it is the honky-tonk gun. That's always a fun one to use. But I'm going to have to try to go after, say, a regular Yian Kut-ku from high rank. And then I thought I would show off one of my favorite light bowgun looks that they've ever had in the series is this one, just because it's like using a mini version of Yian Kut-ku. And I have had a request from Renatro to go off to do a light bowgun hunt in the series. It will be a while because I think I'm not going to get Devil Joe until unlocked in, like, high rank. But I do have to also go after a Kirin to get that light bowgun for the hunt, for the request. But just to let you guys know, there will be a little change up. If there are more requests to, like, see light bowgun hunts, just leave them in the comments, and if there's certain monsters as well, let me know. I can always see about making stuff happen. So there was the Gypceros stuff, and that has pretty crappy stuff, if I'm honest. Like, not even that good of a look, in my opinion, either, because it makes you this big, chunky, filled-out person, when really, like, your armor is... I think it has, like, an extra foot of armor that's just, like, empty space for you. But yeah, a couple of good hunts, got some progress done, and I'll hopefully see you guys in next week's episodes. I apologize if I've been a little over the place for, like, commentary. It's sometimes hard to focus on hunts, and because I've been trying to make up for, like, how that Nerscylla hunt was, I still have that in the back of my mind, so there'll be a little bit more directed commentary for the next episode, and we'll be a lot more focused as things go along. But thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give us a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave them comments right down below. Until I do catch you in the next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting!